Heather, thank you so much for joining us. You were there last night. Yes, that win, 1-0 to France. How was it?
Look, it was a terrific warm-up for them heading into the World Cup. 50,000 people, the atmosphere was fantastic. The game itself, whilst it was a nice test run, I don't really think the result mattered that much, other than the fact that we can celebrate a terrific win, and especially a goal scored by Mary Fowler at a time when the two leading strikers, Sam Kerr and Caitlin Ford, had gone off the field. But it was a terrific team effort, and one that I think we can all be quite proud of.
And you've been to most of the Matildas games, haven't you? How's the camaraderie with the team?
Well, I think it's very strong. And just reading some of the reports out of yesterday and last night's game, there's terrific cohesion and unity within the team. We've heard that, the centre-backs are coaching the newer players coming in at the centre-back position, the wingers, the midfielders. There's a really nice mix of that strong experience in the team, with some players having been to 3 or 4 previous World Cups, and they're mentoring and guiding the newer players, such as Mary Fowler and Kyra Cooney-Cross and even Ellie Carpenter, who is still quite young but and has been to a World Cup before. But they're all working really, really well together.
And last night, as you said, over 50,000 people, which was the highest attendance for a women's soccer crowd in Australia. And no doubt even more as we head into a Thursday at Accor Stadium. I believe it's about a sellout crowd with around 80,000 expected against Ireland. How do you think we're going to go?
Look, I think it's going to be a really good opening game. This is a game that originally was scheduled at a smaller stadium that only took about 40,000 people, and now it's at the largest stadium in Australia. So over 80,000 people, a sold-out match. The Australians will want to get off to a good start because, the life in a World Cup competition can be quite short. So they want to make a really good start against Ireland. I think we've got the experience, we've got the quality of players, and I think they've got the determination. That never say die attitude of the Matildas will shine very brightly next week.
And we also play Nigeria and Canada. How are those teams?
The Nigerians are very athletic and very strong. They're a bit unpredictable, though. They've got a couple of strikers who play in the English League, but they've had their issues in the last few months around their terms and conditions of being in the team. There's a lot of disquiet around not being paid for some time, but they will be unpredictable. But I'm sure that Gustafsson and his staff will be doing all their homework, looking at videos, etc., to see where they're at in terms of how we manage our games against them. And then the other thing, of course, is with Canada. We played Canada recently, and I'm pretty sure it was a win. It was either a win or a draw, but it was a terrific hit out. Canada are Olympic champions, so they will be certainly wanting to uphold that status of being a top team. But of course, the Matildas can do anything on the night, and we just hope that, again, the homework is done and the squad knows exactly what has to be done in order to win that game.
Oh, it's so exciting, isn't it? And so encouraging as well to see women's sport being more successful.
Well, not just women's sport, but from my personal point of view, women's football. This will be my 7th World Cup. I was at the first World Cup in China in '91. Australia wasn't there because we failed to qualify against New Zealand. We lost out on goal difference. And a lot of change has happened in those 20-odd years, the 30-odd years when we did make the World Cup in '95 through to now. Just the quality of competition, the number of teams in the competition, the excitement around the games themselves, and of course the number of spectators. I kind of keep saying, I'm pinching myself, I get goosebumps just thinking about the growth of the women's game in Australia and around the world, to the point where we've gone from 12 teams in the first World Cup to 32 teams. That's 32 teams that have qualified through a fairly lengthy process, out of about 180 nations wanting to be in that final group. So the quality of the competition, the quality of the play, the visibility of football and the visibility of women's sport generally, as you say, is really on the rise.
Well, we cannot wait until Thursday night, and we really appreciate your time and expertise. Heather Reid, enjoy the rest of your day in beautiful Melbourne.
In chilly Melbourne, I should say. Yes,
I bet it is.
Very much.
Thanks so much.